Hey everybody, it's Tana Gilmore, your relationship expert, sex and intimacy coach, and intimacy coordinator, coming to you with more commentary about my thoughts. And today I'm talking about Love Marriage Huntsville, the reunion part 2. You know, I know I didn't do part 1, and I should have, but again, I just started this YouTube channel, and so blame it on my mind and not my heart. So hopefully, you know, I'll be able to recap the next one and go forward from there. But I wanted to get it out tonight because tomorrow's there's a Super Bowl and I'm gonna go to church. I'm sure I'm going to. I've invited to several parties, so I'll probably go to a couple of Super Bowl parties, and so we'll see. We'll see where I land. But I wanted to get this out today because I just finished watching it, and I took some notes as I was watching it because I just, I have so many thoughts, but I will be quick because I don't want to be long-winded. It is late, but I needed to get this video out because I'm committed to doing so. So thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. If you have not, please subscribe and hit the notification button, hit like, share with your friends and family. Really need the support, really want the support. So thank you so much for being here. Oh gosh, where do I begin? So opening scene. And let me just rewind and remind you that anytime I do commentary or provide my thoughts and provide my opinion, these videos are of my opinion. You know, some are alleged or whatever. I know I had to make those disclaimers on the channel, but these are my thoughts. These are my opinions. This is me coming to you as a professional. I've been in this space for over a decade, over 12 years, doing all things relationships. So this is my jam. This is my sweet spot. When I see relationships, it's so difficult for me to step away and but I do, because I do it all day long, that, you know, I don't want to be in other people's marriages and other people's relationships. And I don't. Believe it or not, most relationship experts that do this full time, for real, we don't really care about other people's ish. We really don't. By the time we're done at the end of the day, I don't want to hear about anybody else's issues or problems unless it's going to affect me. I'm just making that disclaimer. However, I am a reality show junkie. I was a reality show junkie before I became an expert. But now I get to offer my commentary and my feedback. So let's open up with Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion, episode 2. Or not episode 2, but part 2. So let me just say this. The opening scene was with Kimmy going in. And here's the thing. So, of course, I've been watching the show since its inception many years ago. And I think we're on season 9, I believe. We're on season 9. And Kimmy has been pretty even keeled the entire time. She's always been one of my favorites, and only because to me, she's the most logical. She's the most level-headed. She's Switzerland. She is Switzerland all day long. But this season, she was like, nah, you know, enough is enough. And I don't know if production has said something to her about, you know, you kind of need to voice your opinion a little bit more. But she was very vocal about her opinion towards, you know, Melody and some of the other cast members. She was very vocal this season, which I was very, very, very happy to see. So Kimmy, you know, opened up and shared her opinions with Mel, and I was just really proud of her for that. I feel like what she's going through with Maurice, I feel like from a relationship expert and a married person, they're having so many conversations behind the scenes that we're not privy to. Like they're talking about, like, you effed up. You know what you did was wrong. You know how this is going to affect our family, career, like all of these things. So what you don't see is her arguing with her husband in public. She's not arguing with her husband in public. She's not going against him in public. What you are seeing is her just standing by her man. But I promise you, the Kimmy that I know, the Kimmy that I see, because I don't know her personally, let me just say that. But the Kimmy that I've seen and the Kimmy that I'm seeing today, she went in on her husband, and that's what a good wife does. So they support him in public, but behind the scenes, no, Joker, you were wrong for that all day, every day. And no, it's not cool, and no, it's not right. And we need to come up with a game plan of how we're going to overcome this because you put us in this situation. And that's what she's giving. That's what I'm seeing. That's what she's giving. But she's standing by him. I get it. So that's Kimmy, and I'm happy to see this side of her during this time. So I think that when I think about the next scene is with Miss Nell. So Miss Nell and Destiny and her son Lance. So the Fletchers. So again, some of this commentary will be from my perspective as a relationship expert, and some of it is just my commentary because, again, I am a reality show junkie, love reality show TV, had a reality show, like all those things. So I am not sold on the Fletchers. My personal opinion. I'm sure they're great people. I don't know what value add they bring. I just don't know. I don't see it. I'm not entertained by them. I think that other than their senior couple, and I know that Miss Nell does not like that word or does not like to be viewed as an older woman, but reality is you are, and it is what it is, and be grateful, embrace it. We're all aging gracefully. Just embrace it. It is what it is. You guys are a senior couple on this show. And it is what it is. So I know that she doesn't like to be viewed in that way, but it is what it is. So the relationship between Destiny and her son Lance, that relationship is not going anywhere, Miss Nell. So don't get your panties all in a bunch. It is not going anywhere. Destiny is playing with him. He's a fun time. He is not going to be her husband. I will eat my words a year from now, 2 years from now, I will eat my words. He is not going to be her husband. She is playing with him. He is probably the fun boy. He's fun. He's fun to be around. He's nice to look at. He's rebound. He's something to do. She's not serious about your baby. She's not serious about your baby boy. So there's no need for you to be hounding her about her age, hounding him about, the age gap or whatever. Doesn't even matter. They're both grown and they're both having fun. There is nothing more to that relationship that I can see that is going to progress at all. So, just relax, let them do what they do. She mentioned that they had chemistry. So here's the difference. I think they have lust. So there's a difference between chemistry and lust. So the difference is chemistry encompasses emotional, physical, like those types of things. Like we feel each other. There's an energy there. Lust is sexual. And I believe that that's exactly what they have. I don't feel or see the chemistry. I think that they're confused about the two. Again, I can only give my opinion from what I actually see on the screen. Just my opinion. I don't see any chemistry. I see lust, and I see that she's having fun. That man is not going to be her husband. That young man is not going to be her husband. So don't even worry about it. It's a phase, and it will phase on out, Miss Nell. So relax. But I was laughing at Carlos when he's like, you need to date other people because Ms. Nell don't want him to be your son. She doesn't. She does not want you to be her daughter-in-law. It's evident. And she's like, I need to get to know her more. You don't. You know that you don't want that woman to be your daughter-in-law. And here's the reality. I don't believe that it's even an option. I don't believe it's on the table. That's not what I'm feeling. As of today, that's not what I'm feeling. So I think that you can just relax and go ahead and do what you do. Go make your money. Go sip on some wine. Whatever you're going to do, Miss Nail, go ahead and do that, because it's not even an option. I don't believe that. Do I think that they're having fun? I do. Do I think it's a real relationship? I do not. I don't feel it. I don't see it. I believe that it's convenient. So relax. What else do we have here? We talked about the chemistry, because I did see that. Sunni and Moses. So my thoughts with Sunni and Moses. Now here's the thing. I won't doom someone else's marriage. So I won't do that. But I do feel like their marriage is in trouble. I do. Just from what I see, just from what I know, I believe that eventually Sunni's going to get tired of the shenanigans, of the Moses of it all. I really do. I think that him being, incarcerated and locked up here and there and being back and forth, that gets old. She's trying to have a baby. But it's going to get old. I don't feel like this is going to be a long-term marriage. I just don't feel like that. I don't feel like it's going to last. Unfortunately, I don't. If it does, more power. They have the staying power to do so, because it does take a lot for a woman to be out here in the outside dealing with these things on a daily basis while your man is incarcerated for who knows how long. And I don't know that it's going to be a long time. I don't know that at all. But what I do know is that it does wear on you. And I can't imagine that she would wait years and years and years for this. I just don't. So, I'll be interested to see, one, if they come back next season, which I don't think they will, because there's really no storyline to it that I feel. And I just don't think that it'll last. I just don't. My personal opinion, I just don't. Again, my opinion. So I feel like that she could have handled it differently. And here's what I will say. We're all recycled people. We are all recycled. So yes, Destiny was broken up with Moses already. We understand that. But if you had any type of relationship with her at all, I think, your moral compass should have alerted you to say, hey, let me have a conversation with her, even if it wouldn't have changed anything. So even if you're going to date him anyway, whatever it is, but let me have a conversation with you prior to 2 days before your wedding, or 2 weeks before your wedding, or whatever you decided, whatever the time frame was, when you started engaging in conversation with this man. Have a conversation with, whether she was your colleague or whether she was with your friend, have a conversation with her and say, this happened. I want you to know about it first. I want you to be the first to know. And here's the thing. The way that I'm feeling now, it's not going to change anything. But I did want to give you the respect to let you know ahead of time before you heard it from anyone else. And so I think that Destiny would have had more respect for her had she approached it in that way, if that makes sense. And again, maybe Destiny wouldn't, because she was just pissed all the way around, and she has every right to be. It's like, you said you were my girl, you said you were my friend, and you were my producer. And here's the thing, from someone who had a show on Bravo and lived that life of reality, we talked to producers daily. We did. We developed relationships with producers daily. They knew personal things about us daily. So I can say that there were some things that, yeah, I even shared with producers. And we do get close because we get comfortable with them. And so I think that she was privy to certain things and was like, thought to herself, well, I'm attracted to him. He's looking at me a certain way. I'm feeling a certain way. I'm lonely. Whatever it was. They decided to connect and they decided to do this. But here's the thing. Look at where we are right now. Look at where you are right now. That's all I'm going to say. Look at where you are right now, unfortunately. So, Destiny, Moses, and Sunni. So I'm excited to see, where that goes. But until the last scene, which I feel like, you know what, y'all could have saved that. It's so funny that whenever they do the reunions, they leave that cliffhanger, and they brought Trish and Ken out at the last scene with the last like 5 minutes of it. Carlos had to get all the questions out. Did you ever, again, the journalist in him, did you get all the questions out? Did you sleep, Trish, did you sleep with Martell? Did you kiss Martell? He ever send you dick pics? Did he, all of those things, she's like, no. But here's the thing, Trish. You can tell that she was not prepared for reality TV. She either had never really watched reality TV, and not just this show, but you should have done your homework and watched other reality shows before you signed a contract to get onto reality TV, because things are going to come out of the woodwork. If you've done it, it's coming out at some point. It happens. That's just what it is. And for her to lie about how she knew Martell, like, the problem with this is that nobody is going to believe you, trust you, or anything. Ooh, my legs are getting numb. Nobody is going to believe you going forward. Nobody. So I feel like you should have been forthright in the very beginning and just let people know, like, I did know him. I did go to his house. Like, be upfront and honest, because now you're looking like you can't be trusted. And now here's the thing. This group is not trusting you, and neither is your man, who seems to me, again, I'm just going by what I see. Because producers and posts will edit whatever, and we're not privy to that content. But what I'm seeing is that Ken's a good dude. He's a good dude who stepped in to parent your children, who to provide for your house. And I still feel like in my heart that you're not even sure if that you want to spend the rest of your life with this man, but he's made it clear to the world that he wants to spend his life with you. He wants to give you everything, and you're not even sure because of the Marquez of it all. Or whatever reason. You may even have a whole nother reason, not even Marquez. And by the way, I was at Carlos King's event earlier this week. I think it was on Monday, with Dr. Heavenly from Married to Medicine. And it was such a good time. Sold out show. Great time. Had a fantastic time. And Marquez was there. And so he made his appearance. And I do think that, he's enjoying the spotlight. He's enjoying people knowing who he is. He kind of walked in, and he did make it up on the stage. Carlos invited him to the stage, and he wanted everyone to know that he's misunderstood and people don't know him, and just stay tuned. They'll get to know him. Newsflash, no one wants to know you. No, they booed him. And I didn't even feel bad about it. I didn't feel bad about it, because I feel like he's not even on the show for the right reasons. He's on the show because he doesn't want to look bad. Because if you were an active parent, you wouldn't need the show at all. They wouldn't have a reason to bring your name up or talk about you at all. But because you have been absent, therefore you gave them a storyline. So no, I don't feel bad for him at all. And the crowd was not feeling him. at all. They were not. When they called him up on stage, they booed him. I was like, here we go. I just wasn't tuned in to whatever he had to say. And so then he comes down and he's like, wanting people to take pictures with him, and nobody was really trying to take pictures with him at all. Like go and sit down somewhere. I know he lives here in Atlanta. I never run into him. We don't run in the same circles for obvious reasons. But, I just feel like they asked him when's the last time he had talked to his children, because the audience was asking questions. He was like, I FaceTime with my son today or whatever. And so, but what I heard from other sources is that he just started doing that. So, we don't believe that it's authentic or genuine, or it's just because he doesn't want to look bad. And now that there's another man publicly providing and taking care of his children, he's now showing up and he's present. So back to Miss Trish. What I will tell you is that if you are back next season, it's best that you just say what it is, because it's going to come out. What you don't know about reality television is that they save everything. They save it. And you may not even see it this season, but they may pull it back out and use it as flashbacks later. So that's just how this works. And I learned also, just being in this space for many years, that it's best to tell your own story. And so if you would have led with that earlier on, then people would probably believe what you say. But because you didn't, they don't, unfortunately. So I think that she started this season out very timid and nervous. And you can tell that nervous energy. And I'm telling you, it's a lot. Filming reality television is a lot. It's a lot of work. There's long hours, some hours up to 14, 12 hours, whatever it is so long and it's arduous. And you have to be flexible, because scenes change and locations change and wardrobe will change, because you may get a scene that I'm going to be doing this and now you're doing this. So you have to put yourself in a different mind frame. And I don't know that she was quite prepared for that. And I don't remember who brought her on, but they didn't prep her because she was not ready. She was not ready for reality TV. And I don't know that she will be back. I don't know if she wants to be back. I don't know that this is her jam. I don't think it is, but we'll see. We'll see. So they left the cliffhanger as some surprise guest who's coming up. So I don't know who that is. I have no idea who it could be. It might be Stormy. It might be Stormy. It might be, who knows? Who knows? So we'll see. We'll see next week, recap that. But thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing. For more information about me and who I am, my Instagram is Tana C. Gilmore. My website is tanagilmore.com. Would love to connect with you, and really put the comments about what you want to hear. What advice do you want from a relationship perspective? Any shows that you would like for me to recap? This is new for me. I'm embarking on this journey, but I'm here for it. So I'm so happy to be here with you tonight, and I wanted to get this out. Good night, everybody.